Alrighty, hello. I just want to give you a brief little introduction of what happened in World War I, what caused everything to take place, and why it happened the way it did. Okay, so if you look at the map you have right there in front of you on the screen, you see Europe, the countries of Europe, broken up as the Europe was in 1914. The countries in red are going to be the Triple Alliance. We've got Germany, Austria-Hungary, which is that dual monarchy, okay, of the countries of Austria and the countries of Hungary. We also have Italy located down there as well. They're going to be the Triple Alliance. Next, we're going to have the Triple Entente. Okay, these are the three other countries that are going to line up and go together right here. Okay, you can see some down below: Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia. Don't necessarily worry about them for this thing right here. Simply understand France, Russia, and the United Kingdom as well. Okay, so those are the countries right there. The other countries right over here are going to play a role, okay? The ones we're going to look at are the Russian allies of Montenegro and Serbia, okay? They're going to be aligned that whenever Russia gets involved in this conflict, then Serbia and Montenegro are also going to be involved in the conflict. So, starting out, we need to look at the city of Sarajevo, okay? As I crossed it out by accident right over there, okay? Let me go back if I can find the little button to erase. Let's just go like that, okay? Right up here. So we got the city of Sarajevo, as you can see on the screen, okay? This is where everything is going to kind of start, and everything is really going to hit the fan, so to speak, when it comes to causing World War I. So, the date that you need to know, okay, or not necessarily need to know, but need to know for this, is going to be June, okay, so I'll make this in not the American version, okay, so the 28th of June, 1914, okay? This is the date that everything big and mighty is going to take place down in the city of Sarajevo. Okay, so at this time in Sarajevo, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his pregnant wife, okay, they're the Archduke, they're the future leader of Austria-Hungary in this area right here. They're going to go visit Sarajevo. Okay, now you can see Sarajevo and Serbia are located very close to one another. There are a number of Serbian nationalists inside of Sarajevo. They don't like the Austro-Hungarians. There's some problems going on. Okay, so in order to try to calm the tension down in Sarajevo, Austria-Hungary sends Archduke Franz Ferdinand, future heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, to try to calm down tensions. Ultimately, this was a bad idea. His driver is going to take a wrong turn. We have 19-year-old Gavrilo Princip. Okay, he's a Serbian nationalist from the Black Hand movement. He is a student sitting at a coffee shop, sees what is going on, okay, takes out his pistol and assassinates Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his pregnant wife, okay, killing them. Austria immediately, okay, Austria-Hungary believes that the killer is linked to the Serbians right here, okay, so there's going to be some tensions going on here, okay, they are not happy with Serbia at all. They believe that Serbia is the one who's doing this and causing the situation to go on right now, okay? Now, we're going to fast forward a month. Tensions are going high. The rest of Europe is kind of going to be on a standstill right now. They're frustrated, they know what's going on, but they don't want to set anything off. They realize that tensions are very strong, and setting any tensions off are going to negatively impact the rest of Europe and possibly the rest of the world. Remember, about 2/3 of the world's investments are tied up in Europe at this time period. It's something that has to be taken care of. Okay, so now we're going to fast forward just a little bit longer. Let me get this off the screen for you real fast, okay? The next day we're going to talk about is July 23rd. Okay, on July 23rd, Austria-Hungary, so these people right here, with the backing of Germany, okay, this is that blank check we're talking about, is going to deliver an ultimatum to Serbia. Okay, so an ultimatum is when you need to do something or else. This is like in a relationship, okay, where someone's going to say, you need to propose me by New Year's or the relationship's over. You need to do this or else this is going to happen, okay? They're going to deliver an ultimatum to Serbia, which is going to basically say that you need to get rid of this, okay? Admit to your wrongdoing in the assassination of Franz Ferdinand or else, okay? This is what's going to be happening right now. Serbia is going to offer to submit to the arbitration. So they're going to say, yes, we will agree to talk with you about what happened. However, we're also going to mobilize our army. Okay, so at this point, Serbia is going to take its troops and start sending them over in this general direction over here. Okay, so Serbian troops, I'm going to put that in a different color so we can see what's going on at this time period. Okay, we'll put mobilization in green. So at this time period, the Serbians, okay, start mobilizing their troops over into this area, okay? at this point, okay, the next day we're going to talk about is July 25th. So just simply 2 days later. 2 days later, Austria-Hungary is going to cut diplomatic ties with Serbia. So they're no longer even on talking terms. They're simply going to say, you're here, we're not going to do anything. Okay, now at this time period, we have the British, okay, the British located up here. So what's going to be happening? The Brits are going to try to intervene and get things taken care of. They realize situations are getting tense. They don't want these situations to get tense, so they're going to try to bring all European countries together and solve this stuff diplomatically. Okay, so at this time period, we've got the French, the Italians, and the Russians. Okay, these three agree to take part in the summit that the United Kingdom wants to have. Okay, Germany, on the other hand, says no, we are not going to be taking place in the summit. We don't need this. This is only going to further increase tensions at this time period. Now, the next day, okay, or 2 days later, on July 28th, Austria-Hungary goes and declares war on Serbia. Okay, so Austria-Hungary is now at war with Serbia. Serbia is going to respond, okay, quickly and not going really from here. Now, July 29th, Britain again is going to call for international mediation. They're going to say that this is bad. We need to stop this situation before it goes and gets any worse. So what's going to happen? Okay, they're going to try to do this. Russia now is going to step in, is going to urge Germans to stand back. Okay, they can see that the Germans are really wanting to get involved in the situation. Okay, Germany is wanting to go and get involved in this situation. They see what's going on. They want to do this. The Russians are going to say, Germany, slow down. You need to not do this. Okay, however, the important thing to realize about this, if I can get rid of all those little lines right up on there, is at this time period, the Russians are going to start to mobilize their troops. Okay, they're going to start sending troops in the direction of Germany and down in the direction of Austria-Hungary. They're not necessarily mobilizing them fully, they're just beginning the process. Okay, now, as you can imagine, if you were Germany and you're Austria-Hungary, you're going to be a little worried by this. Now, the reason they are doing this, the Russians are saying, is because Austria-Hungary has already declared war on Serbia, and the Russians and the Serbs are going to be allies and have that treaty with one another. They have to defend one another. Okay. Now, at this time period, Austria has already declared war on Serbia. Austria is going to start to attack the Serbian capital of Belgrade. Okay. Belgrade is going to be shelled on the 30th of July. Okay, in response to this, the Russians begin full mobilization of their troops, getting them all ready to roll fully. They're no longer just sort of talking about it, they're actually going about and doing this. The next day, the next day, Germany is going to declare war on Russia. Okay, so war is now declared by the Germans on the Russians because they saw the Germans saw the Russians mobilizing their troops, did not like this, felt this was problematic, and they are going to go and declare full-on war. Okay, Russia and France begin full France and Belgium at this time period begin full mobilization. So they see that war is coming. They're also allies with the Russians. So if the Russians are involved, the French are going to be involved as well. Okay, Belgium wants to stay neutral at this time period. However, Belgium realizes that they share a border with France and Germany, and they need to have troops ready to go. So the Belgians, okay, I'm going to try to draw this on here, are going to start to mobilize troops as well, simply as a way of protecting themselves. Now, at this time period, okay, 2 days later, on the 3rd of August, the Germans are going to declare war on France. Okay, so they're going to declare war on France, and then they're going to start invading Belgium. Remember this when they asked the Belgians, can we simply go through your country to invade France? Because France had that way of protecting everything right up here. The French were anticipating an invasion here. The Germans think it'd be a better idea to come in that direction. So what's going to happen is the Germans are going to ask the Belgians say no. Okay, so on the 3rd of August, Germany, when they declare war, are then going to go and they're going to invade Belgium and then start coming down into France as well. Britain at this time period delivers an ultimatum to the Germans. Okay, so their ultimatum to Germany is what they are saying basically is that pull back. Okay, you need to get the heck out of Belgium. If you do not get the heck out of Belgium, we are going to declare war on you. Okay, so ultimately, Germany is going to ignore that ultimatum. The previous day, or the following day, okay, August 4th, the British are going to declare war on Germany. Okay, so at this time period, Britain has now declared war on Germany. So this is going to happen. Now, this is going to get the rest of the world involved because the British have a large empire. They control, they have an empire controlling Canada, Australia, New Zealand, India, and then South Africa as well. So now these countries, since they have ties with the British and are controlled by the British, part of the British Empire, they are also now at war against Germany. 2 days later, Austria-Hungary is going to declare war on the Russians, okay? So now the Austro-Hungarians have declared war on Russia on August 6th. August 7th is when the first British troops come and they land here in France. Now, they're not fighting against the French, they're fighting with the French. So the French are going to allow their troops in as a way of helping them get things taken care of. Now, about the next 2 weeks, a little bit longer than 2 weeks, okay, about 18 days, Germany and France are going to have some very fierce fighting. So we need to talk about that little region of Alsace, okay? Alsace-Lorraine, located about right here, is what's going to happen, okay, is the French think they can quickly, and they believe they can quickly go and take back Alsace-Lorraine. This is simply not going to happen. The French suffer incredibly large losses, 27,000 men killed in a single day. It's the worst one-day death toll in the history of the French army. And one thing to know about France is France has had some pretty bad decisions when it comes to war, and that was bad. Additionally, at this time period, okay, the Germans are simply going to try to come down here, and they're wanting to go, and they're trying to take over Paris. Now, this is not going to happen quickly. They wanted a quick war. Remember, the Germans only thought war was a viable option if it was quick. You could go take out Paris, take out the French, you're going to be good to go. This is not going to happen. They're going to take a longer time. They're going to try to come and surround the French here and try to take out Paris. This is not going to happen. The French are going to see this, and they're going to come down this direction, and there's going to be large battles over in this region right through here. Okay, so this is going to hurt the Germans very, very badly at this time period. Now, Britain and France are officially going to declare war on Austria-Hungary. Okay, so France is going to declare war on Austria-Hungary, and the British now, sorry, the map's getting a little bit heavy, are also going to declare war on Austria-Hungary over here. We'll go like this. There we go. Okay, so these guys are all declaring war on one another at this time period on the 12th of August. Now, on the 17th of August, the Russians are going to invade Germany officially at this time period, okay? And now, on the 23rd of August, the Belgians are going to inflict heavy casualties at this time period, and the Belgians are now involved. This brings us to the 23rd of August. World War I is officially underway. Okay, you can see the different countries fighting with one another, be able to look and see what happened right here and how the fighting is going to go. We'll get that covered on later in a future video. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day.